Hello everyone, I'm going to do a reading to see what's coming through for you and what messages, information, clarity I can give. If this resonates, please like, share, comment, all that good stuff, okay? And I'm going to start straight away. Okay, so I feel like this reading is going to be very accurate. It's really going to hit a nerve maybe. I think it's going to hit a nerve. I think it's going to maybe even be a little bit triggering. I'm just going to give you a warning because I think we're gonna get somewhere here, and I think where we've gotten to is quite triggering. Okay, so first and foremost, I feel here that you have been dealing with people that come in and out of your life. Okay, and I'm not just talking like, oh yeah, a little bit here and there. No, like they come in, they show you the world, okay, and then they disappear like nothing happened. And it leaves you traumatized. It leaves you abandoned. You have wounds from this. Okay, so people come in, la-di-da-di-da, the fool, you know, really a lot of excitement, a lot of fun. You feel like, wow, like I enjoy spending my time with this person. I like talking to this person. I like, you know, going here, going there. And then, you know, you're just so excited. Then they start to pull away. That's the Four of Swords. You know, there's a lot of space. There's a lot of time. There's barely anything happening. There's just this sense of like, hello, like, are you still there? Like, what's going on here? And then boom, they disappear. Okay. And then what do you have to do? You have to do a lot of healing, healing, understanding, you know, a situation, trying to accept the situation. And then also there's denial where you're like, no, but a person can't really be like this. You know, they can't be like this. They can't just come in and do all of this and disappear. But then also there comes, you know, with time, there comes acceptance, and you've just learned to sort of live with this. And then boom, look at this. Another person comes in, promising you lots of things, bringing lots of things to your table, showing you that they are worthy, showing you that there is something really powerful here, right? Being really, just dropping my cards here, being really like proactive, you know, forthcoming, very consistent, communicative, and you're like, wow, like this is the level of consistency in communication that I've never received in my entire life. Like, whoa, this is absolutely insane. And you feel happy, you feel content, you feel really just excited. And then boom, Five of Pentacles, leaving you abandoned, leaving you out in the cold, not understanding what happened. Wait a second, I thought things were going really well. I thought that we were enjoying this time together. I thought we were doing this. I thought we were doing that. I thought it was all great. And now you've just decided to run away. You've just decided to run away. You've just decided that this doesn't mean anything anymore. Like you've just decided. Like you just decided. And it's so confusing. It's so confusing because then you're the one wondering, what happened? How did this happen? What did I do? Did I do something? Did they do something? Is this on me? Is this on them? Are they okay? Like, is this, what in the world is going on here? You know, and you're left picking up the pieces of what someone else has done to you action-wise, and it has been so hard. It has been so difficult, okay? And I want to know why you've been dealing with this. Let's have a look. King of Cups. Wow, King of Cups and the Ace of Cups is so profound. The reason you have been dealing with this, okay, is number one, no, you don't deserve to be dealing with this. Number one, it's made you a lot stronger emotionally, okay? And you've realized and you've made some big connections and dots that not everyone you come across will always think the same way, will not always have the same level of respect that you have, and will not always have the same level of maturity and understanding as you. The second, well, I said lots of things, right? Let's just say the next thing that I want to say here is that you have been taught to become a lot stronger, right? As to who you give your energy to. And even if you spend, let's say 2-3 months getting to know someone, based on these experiences you've had, you know that it's never too late to cut off something if you sense that it's toxic. So it's also taught you that. The other thing it's also taught you as well is that not everyone is kind, not everyone is nice, and not everyone is who they say they are, which is part of the reality of life, okay? And then also on top of this as well is that you deserve so much better and you deserve so much more. And when you get so much more, okay, which you will get, it will taste 10 times sweeter because you have been through bad experiences, you've been through trauma, you've been through sadness, you've been through a lot of pain and struggle. And when you get to that point of happiness, you get to that point of joy, you finally get what you've wanted, you will feel so complete and so happy and just so excited. You will feel genuinely so excited about what the future holds. So basically everything that you've been through, it has a purpose, not to bring you pain, but to bring you understanding that not everyone is like this. And also at the same time, just because you had one bad experience doesn't mean that you can't have one good experience, okay? Just because you've had 10 bad experiences doesn't mean that you will always have 10 bad experiences. The Queen of Wands here also shows that as well, okay? It shows power. You have a lot more power in this situation than you think you do. You have a lot more going on in your life than you think you do. And you have a lot more that is going to happen in your life for you as well as time progresses, okay? Queen of Wands is very powerful when it comes to strength, when it comes to confidence, and when it comes to more movement and more joy. And boom, look at that. Honestly, guys, look at that. The moon with the Two of Cups. When you literally least expect it, love will flourish into your life and better people will come, and there will be a mutual connection where the cups are flowing. It's equal energy. It's very mutual. It's not one-sided or unrequited. It will be mutual. It will be very fulfilling, and you will genuinely feel so uplifted and so fulfilled that you will never have to worry or wonder where you stand in a situation, because it will all just come together so gracefully and so beautifully. And the other thing as well is that I would always, especially because you've been through a lot of like loss, and you've been through a lot of grief, and you've been through a lot of trauma and heartbreak with people coming in and out, and there are some wounds that I am picking up on. When people come in and out, it can also be a very strong sign of some kind of energetic work through jealousy that was placed onto you. So this can be something like black magic, a hex, curse, voodoo, because essentially every time you are trying to get to know someone, every time you are trying to get invested into love, and it falls apart out of your control. This can also indicate that someone may have done magic onto you to stop you from having happiness, to stop you from having joy. So I always recommend in this lifetime at least once, okay? You only have to do it once if you do it correctly, to do a black magic removal, okay? And it is something that I offer. And the way to do it correctly is to make sure you do a black magic removal to remove all of the magic or the hexes, curses, voodoo, evil eye, because it removes all of that. And then make sure you do a protection ritual. And the protection ritual is very important because it protects you for life for all future magic that could happen, which means if someone else tries to do magic onto you, they'll be unsuccessful. Okay, so I always recommend doing black magic removal and the protection ritual. So that's all on my website. It's also linked down below on shopmoonlightguidance.com and also my Etsy store. Everything is always there for your convenience, so definitely do check it out. On Etsy, it's called Black Removal, so I just wanted to mention that. But basically, everything is literally on there, so please do check it out if you're interested. And also the Two of Pentacles is very powerful, because the Two of Pentacles here is really a very strong energy, which is to do with the fact that you've really been trying, you've been juggling a lot of things, you've been moving towards a lot of areas and aspects, and you've been trying to get yourself together in a lot of different ways. But the Two of Pentacles here really does go to showcase a very strong energy, which is definitely very powerful, and it's to do with the fact that, listen, you've been through a lot, but you are going to get to something that is very mutual, very fulfilling, very loving. You won't have to constantly and consistently worry. You won't be in constant pain as well. You will have a lot of happiness. You will have a lot of joy. You're not going to be in constant pain and stress. And also, the other thing I want to mention here as well is that a marriage ritual can help you as well, okay? I know that some of you may be thinking, but I've been going through this with friends. In that case, justice ritual can really help. If you've been through this with, like, for example, family members who have been, not treating you well at all, I really do recommend the justice ritual. Okay, so yeah, I definitely recommend that. Everything's listed down below and there for your convenience. If you're ever interested, everything is always there for you. But basically, rituals can really help, and they also help with healing. And so it basically does 2 in 1, right? It helps with the intention, helps with healing, and of course there are intention items. There's also services, and yeah, just amazing things that you can check out if you're interested. Okay, so I'm just going to get some oracle cards out. Look at this. You have been through phases, okay? You've been through many phases. like we saw very early on with the High Priestess, so this is the crown that the High Priestess is wearing. You can see it here. You've been through phases, you've been through challenges, you've been through ups and downs, people coming in and out, you know, saying one thing, doing another, being here, being there, being everywhere, being nowhere. And essentially we have here protection, okay? Now, when people come in and out, it can also be a sign that there is better for you. You're being protected from things that are not necessarily meant for you, but you were supposed to learn lessons from. Also, protection is very, very important because, like I mentioned, there may be some magic on you, which I think is really important to get removed, and then to also make sure that you are protected. That way people cannot just come in and do this, and also people will treat you right from the very beginning, which is what you need. And I do believe that better people are going to come into your life, because when you have the card, which is the one of the offer, this means here that better opportunities, better people, better situations, better love is going to enter into your life that will never make you question yourself or question your sanity, and it will in fact provide you with a lot of happiness and a lot of joy for your entire future without you having to worry about what the future is then holding for you. So basically I see here a lot of happiness, I see a lot of joy, and I see a lot of positivity and movement overall, which is so positive.